Hello everyone, West Sage here, and this is Building Star Citizen. In this episode, I take you on a guided tour of the Carrack interior, and this model will be uploaded to Sketchfab for your enjoyment. I wanted to just say thank you to all of you for your support throughout this project. It's been a load of fun, and I cannot wait to show you guys some of the new projects. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. So, here we have it. Here is the entire Carrack interior as I have it set up, and like I said before, it's based off of all of the content that Star Citizen has released so far. And I do elaborate on some of the aspects of it, but the base components are pretty close to what they've released. So, let's dive right in. So if you kind of rotate it here. So let's start at the bridge. Now this is an older model that, as you can see, has a little bit more detail and a lot more color. But yeah, it's literally an exact replica of everything that they've released on the bridge. So from there, let's go from the top. Now, this isn't the easiest program to navigate in, but you have the escape pods, and they did show this in one of the ATV clips, and this was the only location I could find that it might fit. So, and it did have a door. So I think the bridge is going to have to change, but they did say that they were going to change the bridge. But if you turn around from here, you have access to the upper turret, and then to the right, you have a staircase. It goes down. This is kind of my Jeffries tubes access port, and that just goes through and into the server room over there. So then if you go to the left, you have an elevator that goes down, and I'm assuming that these are going to be kind of like what they have in the Starfarer, where it's an elevating platform with a ladder as well, so you can get up and down if the power is out. And then you go through here, and you've got the drone room on the right, with the cool window looking down into it. And then the access to that is to the right as well. So if you go through here and down the stairs, you get to the control booths. Now, these are just copied from the bridge, so it's the exact same model and style that they've put out so far. And this was modeled after the Reclaimer's drone room, but I figured since all of the drones are going to be relatively the same for this size, I know there's some bigger ones that look a little different, but all the ones of this size all have the same kind of format and same basic elements. So it's pretty safe to say that this is pretty close to what what it'll look like. Oh, sorry about that. Then I did some greebling on the roof, make it look cool. So then, let's just go through the window here. If you continue down the hallway, to the right, you have a door that leads into the server room. And if you go through this door, it goes into the hallway, and there's another door that goes into the server room as well from this point. And then if you turn to the right, you got the exit hatch of the Jeffries tube, and then the back side of the server. Now, they did the Carrack has a large scanning system for jump points and exploration, so the ship is definitely going to have a very large computer room. So most of the ships kind of have a closet, or maybe something a little bigger than a closet, but I feel like the Carrack needs a whole room packed full of equipment. So that's what I added here. So then from here, if you turn to the right, you get the hangar. And then you have access to the lower level on both the right and the left. And I know a lot of you are asking what ships fit in here. And it's kind of a hard question to answer, because you can cram quite a few ships in here, but I don't know how tall this is going to be, because it might close right at this point, and any ship that's taller than a Merlin is not going to fit, or it could be taller than that, and then several more ships will fit. I am not certain about that, but I do know that like a Merlin or what is it, an X-52 or a X-85, that's what they'll fit maybe some of the smaller ships like an Argo or stuff like that will probably fit. So let's drop back in here and go around the corner. I do love the windows where you get to see the into the hangar. It's pretty cool. So if you continue, you have access to either engineering or the fuel refinery, as I stated. Sorry guys, it's not the easiest program to navigate. Around the corner, this is one of the main elevator shafts that goes through all of the levels, and to my knowledge, this is the only access point to the upper level. So and then we got the doors, one on either side to get to the hangar. And then let's go through this side, since this is the side they showed. If you go to the left, you have the access to one of the side turrets on the wings. I guess you could call them wings or protrusions, whatever you want to call it. Lots of pipes and fun stuff in there. And then if you go straight through, there is a door right here. But as to what it goes to, I have absolutely no clue. It could be maybe like a control room for this down here, or storage, or maybe like escape pods or something. I have no idea. So I kind of just have it blocked out that that there are rooms here. I don't know what they are though. And you can clearly see that there's 2 boxes here with the model that they show, but I have no idea what they are. So maybe I'll update it with something when we have more information, but as of now, I have absolutely no clue what they would be. So from there, let's go down these steps into this room, which could be engineering. And I did add some of these, like these pipes, because I had some underneath here, but they didn't have very good angles. So I added a couple more, but this is pretty much exactly copied. As far as the geometry down this way, I kind of just took what I could see and copied it down further. And there is a door back here, but once again, I have no idea what it goes to. It may even go outside for all I know, or there's another room further on. So I don't know. Yeah. Now we do have some control panels. And the reason I said this might be a fuel refinery is because these control panels are very reminiscent of the Starfarer. I mean, it's a bunch of round tanks with a bunch of pipes in there, and these style of panels. So I don't know, I might be right, I might be wrong, but this is exactly the models that they released, so that's probably not going to change, just their function. So if we go up here, you have another door over here to the right that goes into those 2 rooms that, once again, I have no idea what they are. And to the left, you have your second gun turret. And yeah. So from here, let's go up. Now, this will be, if you can kind of see the picture in the background, these are airlocks that go outside, and then there's a walking platform around the hangar. So from here, these are the kind of the shapes that you can see in the ATV episode that they released, but I'm not sure if these are gonna have like EVA suits or if they're just hallways. So they may have more of a purpose than just hallways. But you do have the central elevator goes up to this point, and you can get out onto the top of the ship, which is pretty cool. And from there, I added this hallway. And this is kind of an elaboration on the model that they showed, because they didn't actually show any of the interior in this section, so it's all just kind of guesstimations based off of what I could see on the exterior. And in this kind of dome here, I put the reactor, and this is the standard reactor that the larger capital ships have, and yeah, so I thought that would probably work in here as they're round structures, but this room could be something else as well. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to find out. But I put the main reactor in this room. So let's go down a level. You know what? Actually, let's take this central elevator. And so this is the hangar deck, and one deck lower you have the gravity generator. And I know the ship will have one of these somewhere, so I found a space and dropped it in there. And the gravity core is the same throughout all of the large ships. It's all the same asset, so I'm pretty darn certain that this is what it's gonna look like. So if we continue down here, you got these kind of hallways with all the pipes and a lot more industrial. And once you go through here, you have the elevators from the upper floor. And you got another hallway that wraps around again. And then here you have the medical bay. Sometimes I get lost in the geometry. This isn't the best program to kind of fly around in. But yeah, so you have like a main scanner over here. Now I know since they released the some of the medical ship stuff, they said that there's going to be tier beds. So I'm wondering if this is going to be one of the tier 1 beds, and then you have some of the like tier 2 medical beds as well, which would be awesome. Like, and I feel like it being the Carrack as well, and you have to be self-sufficient out in the middle of nowhere, that would make sense. Now, these two rooms, I don't know if they're just storage or if there's going to be more beds in there or what. I just know there's 2 rooms. And yeah, it's cool that the Carrack has its own like dedicated medical bay. So we go through here, and on the right, now this is heading towards the bridge. That door is the bridge. On the right, you have the crew quarters, and I just did some double bunks, and This room is mostly empty because I'm not sure what goes over here. I'm assuming probably a bathroom, but this space is a lot larger than a bathroom. It might be about half of this space. So there might be something else over here as well, but I'm not sure. And then we go to the fun part, which is the rec room. And this room I had a little fun with and added table, your kitchen area, and I had quite a few comments about not having a coffee machine, so to make up for that I made 2 of them and doubled up. So we have more than enough coffee on the Carrack now. And then you got this pool table back here and the Anvil logo in the back. And I like the windows here. These are pretty cool. I can't wait to see what they actually look like in the game. So, moving forward. Down the hallway a little further, you've got I wonder if it'd be any easier that way. Barely. You got the staircase. And this goes up to where the escape pods are. And then you've got on the right side here, this is the elevator that's next to the escape pods, drops down here. And then to the right, you've got an armory, and I'm not sure if the ship actually has an armory. It would make sense if it does, but I do not know if it will or not. But there was an extra space here, so I just kind of filled it with something. And then just for fun, let's go through here. Yeah, I always love this view from inside the bridge. It's pretty cool. Kind of look around a little bit. That's a door. We got upstairs. Yeah. I know some people had asked what this was. It's another model that I did. It was my when Star Citizen did a ship competition for the what we thought the Prowler concept would look like. This was my submission for the Prowler concept idea, and it's a lower poly model, so it worked pretty well to fit on this hollow table. I thought it was just a cool little piece to throw in there. So now get back over here. We go through this door. And then you have the medical bay back there. If you go to the right, here you have the captain's quarters, if I can get there. Another little kitchenette. And apparently the captain doesn't like coffee. I'm gonna have to change that. And I did add a window in here. It might have windows. They did say that they wanted to add windows, but I wasn't sure where. And if you look at the model on the outside, there are actually some windows. That's a really bad image. It's kind of hard to see, but there, if you look hard at the side view, there are a couple of windows. They're a lot smaller than this, but yeah, I thought it would be awesome to have a window that actually looks outside. Because, I mean, when you're in the middle of nowhere exploring space, who doesn't want to look outside? Because it's going to be awesome. Now, have the captain's quarters and captain's bathroom, and then captain's bed, which looks like the most uncomfortable bed in the universe, but it's modeled after the one in the Terrapin, so they'll probably do something different, but it's so far that's the only anvil bed we have. So I just went with that. You got storage here, closet space, monitor, and yeah. So from here, let's go to the cargo bays. Now, there's two ways to get there. One is this elevator, and then the central elevator on the back. So let's kind of phase through a bunch of stuff here, and imagine if we're dropping down the elevator here. Oh boy, this is going to take forever. I didn't think this one through. Okay. Oh. So, when you drop down here, come on. There we go. On the left, you have the interchangeable pod sections, and then on the right, you have the Rover Bay. So, let's go check out the Rover Bay, if I can stop phasing through walls. There we go. Now, I'm pretty sure the Carrack's, you can put any kind of rover in here, but I think the Carrack actually comes with its own anvil-style rover. But this kind of shows you the size. And it looks like you will probably be able to fit two of these in there, but you're also going to block this door. So you can fit one comfortably, two you can squeeze them in there, but it's going to be hard to access them. But alternatively, you can put one in here and throw some cargo boxes in here or something. But unfortunately, too, though, the way this is designed, even though it looks cool, and I do absolutely love the look, having this ramp in this kind of style, this is a lot of unusable space. Like, all it is a ramp, and that's it. So, yeah, but from here, if you go to the back, you have all of these massive cargo pods, or whatever they're interchanging them with, and and they're definitely huge. Like, they're 2 stories at least, each one, and yeah, it's kind of hard to show. There we go. There's a little bit, but they're just big boxes. Now, if you go to the back here, you have, this is the main elevator that goes all the way up, and then I have the bottom turret access on the back here, and there's a whole other section back here in the concept art, but everything they've shown, there's nothing back here. And when you look at the concept art as well, like I said, with the front ramp, all of the usable space in the back is taken up with the turret, and so you just have this angled piece that you can't really do anything with. I mean, maybe you can put another door and have a second story. That might be a solution. But everything I've seen, that there wasn't even a turret access. It was just this elevator. So, as usual with our side, everything is subject to change, and will probably change multiple times. And but luckily for us, it does seem like a lot of things change for the better. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have any other questions, comments, or would like to see some other ships or anything like that, leave a comment below. And yeah, as always, if you like what you see and like what I do, don't forget to like and subscribe.